Yup.
All right, here we go. So, like I said, you can talk probably all day about yourself, but
Probably not.
I'm going to ask a couple preliminary questions just to kind of warm things up a little bit, but
Right.
you can talk about anything you want. You can go on whatever tangent you feel like.
All right.
So, the first questions I've asked everyone is like, what schools did you go through, like through the schools, through our district?
Okay, yeah. All right. This is a story that starts when I was going into preschool, because that was the first grade that I went into. I went to this school called Rocky Mountain Elementary. Not the Christian one. It's just called Rocky Mountain Elementary, and it was like 80 or 90 even % of Mexican kids. But I went there because my mom taught there, and she drove me to school every day. And you know what? It was a pretty cool school, because it had Rope World, and I like Rope World. And then in 5th grade, in 5th grade I went to Blue Mountain for a week. Actually, just a week, and people were mean to me, so I was like, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here, frick, if you will. But yeah, and then I went to Altona because I live close to Altona, and now I'm going to Silver Creek, and I've been going to Silver Creek for like a lot of years.
Now, when you say, because you said you went to Blue Mountain for a week.
Yeah.
In 5th grade, but did you go to Rocky Mountain before that? Like, you went through there till 4th grade.
Yes, and then I went to Blue Mountain for a week, and then I left and went back to Rocky Mountain because I hated it.
And did Blue Mountain do Rope World also? Because I remember, because Eagle Crest did Rope World for like a week or so. Is that the one you're talking about, where they had like the zip line and stuff and the rope swing?
No, Rocky Mountain was the original Rope
Right,
World.
it was huge. Right? The really, really big one?
Yeah.
And Eagle Crest had it dumbed down a little bit, but is that what you're talking about with like the rope swing and stuff?
Yeah. I love Rope World.
You give it your endorsement?
Yeah. Rope World is so cool, and one time I climbed to the top of the rope and I rang the bell, but my brother climbed to the top of the rope with a bunch of weights tied to his leg, and he didn't even use his legs or something, and so he got in like some special club, and I didn't get in the special club because I was a chunky little guy.
Did you feel left out of the club?
No.
No? You didn't care?
I cared a little bit.
Alright. So, Altona was definitely where you made more of a name for yourself. So
oh yeah.
Talk about Altona for a little bit.
Alright, well, Altona sucked. Here's the
You didn't like it?
No. Altona
You sure
sucked.
acted like you did.
Oh yeah, well that's the key, isn't it?
I guess.
Act like you like something. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, I met this guy named Armand at Altona. On the first day of school, I met this guy named Armand. And then I was like, hey, that guy has a Sonic shirt? Wow, he must be cool. And then I was like, nice Sonic shirt. And then the rest is history.
Armand?
Yeah.
Who else did you meet in Altona?
Nobody.
You didn't meet anyone but Armand?
Yeah, mostly it was. I think Armand was the only other guy that went to Altona. Unless I may be incorrect, but I think that he was the only guy.
It was just the two of you in the entire school?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about did you? So you said you didn't like Altona. What didn't you like about it?
All right. Here's the thing. Middle school in general is just a stupid time to be alive. If I could cut out the ages of like 11 to 13, I would.
But you
It's
seem
stupid.
You seem to have the most fun in middle school. I mean, sure you have fun now, but middle school.
Bubber ducky.
I remember you having a ton of fun in middle school. So.
I mean, yeah, sure, I did. But then you look back and you're like, Jesus Christ. You know? I was like, oh, so I was such a dweeb, dude.
So do you prefer the life that you have now in high school than you did in middle school?
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
So your group of friends that you have now,
Yeah.
what made you gravitate towards them?
We call ourselves the Bruisers.
The Bruisers? Who calls you that? Or you guys call yourselves that?
Yeah.
Who came up with that name?
Danny Brown.
Danny Brown?
Wait, what did you ask me?
I asked, why did you gravitate towards your friends?
Ah.
Well, one day we all started spitting lyrics.
Yeah, we were... Wait, no? Wait, yeah, one day we were all just sitting around and... Wait, no, I'm gonna tell the truth here.
That'd be preferable.
Yeah, okay, so, like, I met Ty and Dylan. That's a whole long story, but, like, it's not a cool story, so I'm not even gonna go into that. But I met Ty and Dylan, and we... Fuck off.
Okay, take two.
Cut that shit out, take two.
Keep going.
Alright, take two. Yeah, so, and then I met these hee-haw fuckers back here, and they're idiots. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I gravitated toward these people because, well, mainly because Michael was attractive. And I was like, what? Woo-wee. Earl 2 is also attractive.
You could say something like, we're all like-minded individuals.
We're all
We all
lank-minded individuals.
We all drink water out of
We all drink water, and we all listen to the exact same music
at the
exact same time. Just kidding, we don't. We argue about music all the time.
And the guys you usually hang out with, what are their names? Just like rattle them off.
Bobby, Bubsy,
These aren't real names.
Jason.
Actual names.
Donko.
Donko isn't even, no one's named Donko.
Jamie and Johnny.
Jamie and Johnny? I don't even know if there's, okay, I guess there's a Johnny.
Dingo and Donko. Oh.
Dingo and Donko?
Don't get me started on Donko.
Seriously, who are your friends? Who do you hang out with?
They're a bunch of goons.
What are their names?
Alright, we got Dylan Koutsos, we got Michael Eckstein, we got Earl Walco, we got Armand Long, Ty Swizzler, and no one else. I don't talk to anyone else.
What do you usually do? What do you guys usually do?
You know, we wrestle and we tear shit up, you know.
You guys wrestle.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Well, we take our clothes off.
Pants off, dance off.
Pants off, dance off. Yeah, that's that thing that we do. You know, like the Connect and stuff. You pop in Just Dance or whatever. Whatever your preferred dance video game is.
DDR. There's
DDR.
Some days we.
Yeah, you take your pants off and then you do a dance off. I mean, it's really all in the name.
So, when you guys, you guys, is that all you do? Like, you don't have like.
Sometimes we try. Well, like sometimes we invite girls over.
Do they ever show up?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say this.
Okay.
Sometimes we invite girls over, but everybody in the group wants to date.
Yeah.
the same
Okay.
girl.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Here's a problem that happens if we invite over.
In your group.
Yeah. If you're interested in a girl, and then she starts hanging out with the crew, then like everyone's into her, and they're like, gotta give me some of that, you know. But
God damn it! That's not usable now, Alex.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You didn't swear.
But it's so true though, and everyone is like, I want to date that, and I think that's a major turnoff for girls when they hang out with a crew, and everyone is trying to be like, hey, what's up, babe?
And this is your crew.
Yeah, we suck.
Your crew sucks.
Yes.
So, I mean, you said that you're goons. What typically? What you said you're goons?
Yeah, we're goons.
Oh yeah, we're goons.
What
Yeah.
goonish things do you typically do?
Oh,
Arson.
arson for one. I mean, you know, we do typical goon stuff like go and mob up at King Supers. Sometimes
Walking the road.
walking the road. Yeah.
Every puddle.
Oh, so the King Supers thing. So, I mean, most of us that went through this school, we didn't have a mall until just now, and even that's
Yeah.
just a food court.
Yeah. Essentially.
So, when you guys were left with nothing to do, no mall or anything like that. You
Oh
guys,
yeah. Okay. Like in middle school, we used to go to Target all the time, and like, but we didn't have cars, so it was like we would all like ride our little skateboards or scooters or whatever we had. We would ride them to Target, and we'd spend like hours in there.
What would you guys do?
You know.
Well, it's a grocery store. It's not like a mall.
No,
what would
no,
you
no,
guys
no,
do?
no, it's a super Target, so it's got like toys and stuff.
So it was your guys' equivalent of a mall.
Yeah.
It was the best we could do.
Yeah. Yeah, I say so.
If there was one thing that you would be able to look back on, and either as like, and there can even be more than one thing, that you would look back on as being like one of the coolest things you've ever done, one of the funniest things you've ever done, anything like that? What are some things? What are some of the things you'll look back on and be like, that was awesome or that was hilarious?
Tell about the time we burned our mom's clothes off.
What the heck? I wasn't part of that. It's the time I killed this goon behind me. That was fun.
Come on.
All right. I don't know.
Some of the big time antics that you've done.
Oh, antics. Are we talking antics?
What we're talking about.
We don't fucking do antics. What? Can you guys help me out here?
Hang on. No.
I can only think of illegal things.
Yeah.
No antics? Okay.
Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs?
Wait. Here, let's take a brainstorm sesh.
Okay.
Chill. Brainstorm sesh. What?
Well, no,
What could we
he's
put in that
gotta
video?
remember them. Because then when I interview you and you remember it, then that's
Oh,
when
word!
you
You're
get
gonna
that.
interview me, Hunter?
I'm interviewing all of you guys.
Sick. All right. Then I'm gonna book it. Peace out.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yo.
Is it lunch right now?
I don't fucking.
Because I have to do a thing with
All right,
Opal.
Hunter, just hit me up when you're ready.
Sure thing, dog.
I don't.
Take 'em for the road.
Earl, that's not for you to take.
I want it. I want it.
Just for the road. I don't know.
I mean, like, think of some stories. Like,
Michael and I, we climbed a silo once.
A silo?
Yeah.
A whole silo.
The whole thing.
Like, up?
Yeah. We got all the way to the top, and Michael was acting all weird and being like all.
Well, where was this silo? How'd you get
It's
up
on his property. He's got a
it's
whole
his
bunch
silo?
of farmland. Not really. He doesn't use it or anything. but
Right.
he's
How'd
got
you
a whole
guys
bunch
get
of
up there?
farmland.
Did you scale up it like Mission
Yeah, well-
Impossible, or what did you guys do?
No. It was like they're like sort of window things. Like every so often, you just climb it up. It's easy.
So you would grab a hold every so often, and you just got to the top?
Yeah.
What'd you guys do once you got up there?
I don't know. I was like, well, it was really late. I was like looking out at the city, and I was like, whoa, this is a cool thing. We're all the way up in here, and I was like feeling like some adrenaline, you know. And Michael was like, I'm feeling a weird way, and I was like, fuck, you're harshing my vibe, brother.
So maybe if I narrow it down, it'll be easier, because, I mean, sometimes it's hard to just think of all the cool stuff you've done. So, last year, what was one of the cool things that happened to you last year?
I can't remember. Honestly.
All right, here. All right, we'll revisit it. Talk about Jiggy Styles.
Jiggy Styles. All right. So.
Act like no one's ever heard about this before.
Okay, so Jiggy Styles is a project I'm working on. Basically, Jiggy Styles is my alter ego. And what I do is I get into my alter ego and I start writing raps. And, like, I have so much shit written. And, like, I've recorded a couple songs at this point. Hopefully we'll be releasing more pretty soon, but, you know, that's all up in the air. But, yeah, Jiggy Styles is my rap project. And maybe in, like, 40 years I'll look back and be like, oh, shit, I remember that. That was fun. It's really fun. I like rapping and I like rap music, so it's cool. And Michael, who just left, is he produces music for me, and he's really good. So, yeah, it's fun.
Well, so you said that you recorded a couple songs.
Yeah. Wait, am I out of the frame if I do
No,
this?
no, you're good. You're
Okay.
good in the whole chair. It's what the wide angle's for.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, I'm gonna ask a different question. The name, Jiggy Styles. How did you come up with that?
Oh man. Now this was a long time ago. This was way before I had even like gotten into rap music at all.
You came up with the name separate from rap music. You just came up with it.
Yeah. I was talking to Luca Pasterchik, who is another guy who goes to this school, in like 9th grade. I don't even really hang out with him anymore, but we thought it would be cool to like come up with gangster names for ourselves, and he had Metric Fusion with the silent Z at the beginning, and I thought like that was so cool, and then I came up with Jiggy Styles. Originally, here's a little fun fact for you. Only the diehard fans know this one. Styles was spelled with an I originally, but then I was like, all right, that would be too complicated, because you tell people Jiggy Styles, they think Styles with a Y. So I just thought it'd be easier to call myself Styles with a Y. That's a little insider tip for you.
So then, you've recorded a couple songs at this point. How many have you recorded? Because you have 2 on your SoundCloud right now, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and one of them is produced by Michael, and one of them is produced by Joey Robinson, who was a senior here last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got a couple sort of like unofficial songs that are like freestyles, which are like kind of funny. They're just kind of.
Are they funny on purpose, or do you just go and you just naturally?
No, it's just like I don't know. Whenever I do freestyle, it's just like okay, it's a little bit funny. Even when I write, because I think that serious rap, like, if you're really bragging about, like, having sex with 1,000 girls, like, come on. you can't be really bragging about that sort of stuff. It's all very tongue-in-cheek.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, yeah, you're taking on Childish Gambino, of sorts.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, yeah, if we're talking inspirations, or just like the reason I got into rap music in general, is Run the Jewels, one of them, and Childish Gambino.
Those are your inspirations.
Not necessarily, yeah, I mean, I guess, but mostly it's just those two were the reason I got into rap music in general.
Yeah, so your inspiration.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, okay, well then, why did you get into rap music?
I don't know. I discovered Run the Jewels because all my friends were listening to it and like excessively, and I hadn't really listened to it much. And then so I started listening to Run the Jewels, and then Community, which is a show with my boy Donald Glover. He's in that show, and I was like, that's a funny guy. I bet his rap music is good too. And then I looked into that too, and it was weird because growing up, like as a kid, I was always like, oh, rap music, that's garbage, that's trash for the dump trash. And then I don't know, it's just like
you just came upon it one day.
Yeah, I guess.
Did you like rap music before you started recording, or did you start recording and you're like, hey, I kind of like this?
No, I definitely... It was like... I started liking rap music, and then I started thinking, hey, maybe I could do this and be similar to a lot of the artists that I really like. But, yeah. So I definitely got into rap and then started rapping.
Well, what do you want to do with Jiggy Styles? What are your ambitions for him?
You should ask every senior's favorite emoji. Alright, peace.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I'll ask.
Alright, so, okay. Here's my goals for Jiggy Styles. If it gets big enough to be serious, then fuck yeah, I'll go for it. Like, I will go... If it gets big enough, I would love to be a professional rapper. Like, a real... Like, go on stage, go tour America and rap. Like, I mean, that's the dream, and that's like... That's way far-fetched, but that is the dream. Oh, shouts out to future me if this is actually the reality in the future, because that would be sick. You did it, my friend, and if you're a boring old schlob, then fuck you.
You said if it works out.
Yeah.
What are your plans to make it successful? Are you just gonna keep going with what you're doing and hope that it actually turns into something, or are you gonna start pursuing it? Like, really doing something to become Jiggy Styles for a living?
That's a tough question, because it's all about... I don't really know how to produce music. I know how to write music, and production is, like, very important to me. Like, obviously, it's half of a rap song. You've got your lyrics and your production. So, I mean, and that's an important part to me, and I think that's an important part to listeners. So... If the production is good enough, like if I can find, in the future, like when Michael's not around, if I can find producers that are good enough and want to work with me, then hell yeah.
Do you not think Michael will churn up that success?
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe that Michael's gonna be very successful in music. It's just that I don't know if I'll be able to work with him later in my life. Because who knows where we're gonna be.
Sure. So what are you going to school to study then? Are you going to study music?
No, I think I'm gonna go to a film school in Denver. I'm still even not sure about that, but.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why film school? Because that school is specifically for film.
Yeah.
So why?
Film has always been a passion of mine also.
Oh, okay. Have you made any films?
Yeah, well, just like school projects, and like they're always my favorite school projects to do. Like I always have such a blast making them,
Right.
and like I don't know, people seem to like them, the things that I make.
So why not study music then? I mean, if that's the thing, your dream is to be successful in, why not study music?
I don't know. It's not really practical.
Well, sure, but neither is studying film.
That's
like,
true.
I mean, you think about it. Most people, their dream is to do something, and they'll go to school and they'll study it, and then either fail or they won't. Or if they're looking for practicality, they'll study something like business or medical school or something like that. But you've decided to. I'm not trying to guilt you into doing anything here. I'm not trying to insult you. You've decided that music is really hard to get into. It's really hard to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
But you've decided to study film. So you're stacking on top of difficult careers.
Well, the thing is, no matter what I do, I want to create. I think I want to do something with my imagination.
So
Because
why?
I feel like I do. I feel like I do have that talent, sort of like to write, be it movies, TV shows, music. Right. I feel like I have that talent.
So why wouldn't you? I'm wondering why wouldn't you pursue music? Why are you pursuing both film?
I think that I'm not necessarily pursuing music necessarily, but writing in general.
Just in general, like
in general. So I go to film school, write a few movies, and on the side I'll be writing music. You know, and I think the fundamentals of writing are all there. And I don't really need to go to a music school, because I feel like at a music school you'd get more like, I don't know, it'd be unnecessary for me to go to a music school. I just think that's...
So, I mean, well, if you were to go to a music school, you could always study production. I mean, like you said, that's the part you don't understand.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, most of that stuff in this day and age, I could just look up internet tutorials also.
Right. So so your dream is to be a rapper. So I'm kind of breaking this down a little bit, because dreams are the big thing. That's like if every job was open to everyone and everyone could get paid to do whatever they wanted, that would be their dream. Their hope is kind of like a scale down, you know, like my dream is to be this, but like hopefully I can get down to like here. Like it's kind of like their second favorite. Like I would love to be the greatest director of all time and be able to own 3 studios and all that stuff. But I understand that if I'm going to be a director, I'm totally okay with just being a director, not doing any production stuff or anything. But then there's also a fallback.
Yeah.
So like your hope is that this will happen, but you understand that in reality it could be this.
Yeah.
Ty likes to approach it differently. He likes to have no plan B. That's his whole thing.
That's fucking stupid.
But, so then what is your plan B then? Because your dream is to be a rapper. So then what's your hope?
Okay. Are we talking, okay,
like,
we're going dream, hope, fallback?
Fallback's not a good word. More like you're practical. Like, practically, I mean, this is something you know you would get paid to do, and you know you would be able to make a job in it.
Dream is rapper, obviously. Okay, hope... I would say be successful in the film industry, in whatever aspect that may be, even, you know.
A specific facet? Or
no,
just in
like
general?
think about all the names you see in movie credits. Any of those. I want to be any of those. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But...
Which is interesting because those are both dreams. Like, those are both things that people dream to be. And you're your ability to just have like my dream is way up here and my hope is way up here. So I'm interested what your practicality is. Like what if you
I don't fucking know, dude. And like if I go to film school and realize, well, this isn't for me, I could end up going to like a traditional university, because I mean the film school I'm going to is like sort of a community college.
Yeah, it's a
weird.
3-year associate's degree.
Yeah. So, if I end up not liking that, or if I just do the whole thing, I might end up going to CU after that, you know, or like another university like UNC or something. And I don't even know. I'm just right now I don't really have a plan for my life, like my entire life planned out. And I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Because I think we're at a weird transitional period in our lives, and I don't think we should be like mapping it all out in our heads, because who knows what's going to happen.
All right. I mean, that's really interesting. People's dreams are usually in effect of their hopes. So, like, if I hope to be a director, the dream is that if I become a director...
I see what you're saying.
But, I mean, your dream is totally separate. And that's fine, you don't have to change your answer or anything. But, like, your hope is that you can be in movies somehow. Mm-hmm. And it's totally separate from your hope, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
So then you don't even have a practical. You don't have anything... Like for me, it would be business. I would just do something along the lines.
I don't have a fallback planned out in my head necessarily, but I know that that might become necessary, and I'm not outruling that.
Okay.
I could still have I could have a great life doing whatever I decide to do as a fallback also. I think I'll be happy wherever I am. Yeah.
What has been, so going back to high school now.
Right.
What has been your favorite part of high school?
You mean my favorite emoji?
No, later. We'll finish. We'll close with that.
My favorite part of high school, I don't know. I get excited to come here every day. And fuck me, I'm a total dweeb for liking coming to high school. But I get excited to come here because I just really like to hang out with people, and I feel like I can really, I don't know, I feel like I can talk to people and they can enjoy being around me and I can enjoy being around them, and I love that. Like, it feels so great. But yeah, I mean, I that's a really general thing, but I think that's my favorite part of high school.
Do you have a specific thing that you like about coming to high school? Or a specific thing that you have liked about high school? Like being with your friends or recording your music?
I mean, yeah, being with my friends, for sure. Like what I was just talking about. But even people that I don't know and, like, meeting new people, like, there are plenty of cool people here, and I have barely scratched the surface, I realize. Like, yes, the other day, we were up in the Nest, and the Nest is a place, like a student lounge type of thing, just for anyone who doesn't know.
Or forgot.
Yeah. But yeah, we were up there, and Michael and I had brought a board game to play during our free block, and these kids were sitting over there that I didn't even know, and we were like, hey, you want to come and play this game with us? And so we taught them to play the game, and yeah, and they were really cool people, and we just sort of have been talking to them recently. But yeah, I think it's really cool. It's a cool place to meet people, for sure. Yeah.
What's been your favorite memory?
Favorite memory? Like, of actually in high school?
Mm-hmm. What was the favorite thing? What's your favorite thing that happened to you while you were here?
So far.
So far.
Okay.
You still have another few months.
I've got some more time. I'm a part of the theater program, so I love that too. So that's a huge part of my high school career. I think being in the Drowsy Chaperone was so great, and it was just a lot of fun. And yeah, theater's super fun.
So all the stuff you guys did for theater? Being in the plays and stuff?
Yeah, I love it. I love Les.
What was your favorite part about the play, if you have one?
the play? I have been in a lot of plays.
Any of them. Did you have a favorite play?
I think my favorite to be in was my freshman year, because obviously I was sort of intimidated as a freshman coming to high school, and I tried out for the play, and I met all these great people. I met Joey Robinson, and everyone just made me feel so welcome. I've never experienced bullying here, ever, not once, and yeah, that's why I think it's such a great school.
All right. What's your favorite emoji?
Oh, okay, all right. Now it's from the new set of emojis that just recently came out. I mean, probably gonna have 1,000 by the time I'm looking back on this, but it's the fucking the two swords, those two swords cross.
All right. So, you were saying your favorite school emoji. What is it?
School emoji.
Sorry.
Just my favorite emoji.
Just your favorite emoji.
Here.
So I don't know why I said school emoji.
I can actually pull it up.
Here, no. So just tell me, and then I can throw something.
Oh
up
yeah,
of it.
yeah. All right. It is in my number one most frequently used. It's the swords crossing. It's part of the new update, so if you don't have it yet, go download that now. If for nothing else, for the swords, because they're cool.
What do you like to use it for? Just throw up a
Dude,
couple swords.
If I'm like, hey, what's up, babe? Throw up the swords. It's so cool. It's so cool.
All right, cool, Alex. Thanks for the interview, man.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna.